Hi friends, welcome back. I'm Elaine and I'm living with autoimmune disease. This video has been quite delayed and I realize it's been a while since I've been here. Like my last upload was more than 20 days ago and it was our trip to Las Vegas for our anniversary. And if you all watched that video, you know that it didn't end so well. I ended up getting sick, which is why I have been kind of MIA, because I have been in a flare. Not only has my GI tract been in a flare, but my joints have been in a flare. It's been a hot mess over here and I keep running out of spoons. So every time I try to film this video for you all, I have no spoons left in my spoon bank. So as you all know, I work full time. I obviously have home responsibilities. You know, we have to do dishes and we have to clean and we have to cook and there's things here. And although David helps me, I still run out of spoons. I kind of just left you all and I haven't given you an update on scurvy. I haven't given you an update on my SCIG. I haven't really given you an update on my rheumatology care. So if you are interested in my personal health update, this is it. If you are interested in my personal health update, please give it a thumbs up. It gives me an idea that you guys actually do want to hear about my health. All right, so you all know that I got sick in Las Vegas, or on the way home of Las Vegas, and that caused a flare, not only in my GI tract since I had a stomach illness virus, but also my joints and muscles decided to come along for the ride, and that was a rheumatological kind of flare. In order to give you an update on that, we have to backtrack a little bit. So I've been having a lot of knee problems for the last 3 months. My left leg is a hot mess. And when I say my left leg, it's pretty much my whole left leg, my hip, my knee, my ankle, the muscles in between. I know that sounds crazy, but it literally is my whole left leg. But I actually do have a labrum tear in my left hip that is pretty significant. And we have been trying to manage it for years. And that is what I thought was going on. But then my knee started to flare up and swell. So about a week and a half before Las Vegas, my rheumatologist injected my knee. After having an x-ray, we determined that it was kneecap arthritis. Who knew you could get arthritis in your kneecap, but a hot arthritic mess like me is of course gonna end up with arthritis in my kneecap. So we injected the knee and it helped. While I was in Las Vegas, I was doing pretty well. And then I got sick. And when I got sick, my knee flared up and the knee that was doing okay, all of a sudden was not doing okay anymore. So a couple weeks ago, I had 2 rheumatology appointments and the rheumatologist decided the best plan of action was to inject the knee again. Now, if you're like, why are you getting so many injections in your knee? And I actually didn't know this, but you can get 3 injections a year in your knee. And I'm not talking about like bursitis injections. I'm talking like actually in your knee. So instead of upping my prednisone was to put the steroid injectly? That's not a word. The rheumatologist decided to put the steroid directly where it needed to go, but injectly is a good word too. So we injected my knee and I will say it is not perfect, but it is much improved. So that is good. And with my knee being much improved, I have noticed that my hip and my ankle have come along for the ride. So I think my gait was off when I was walking. And so that was giving me a lot of problems with my left leg. Is my left leg like perfect? No. But is it manageable now? Yes. And along the lines of that, I'm not really a pain medicine user. I do use tramadol sometimes for pain and I've had to do that recently. And my rheumatologist actually said we were gonna try a new pain medicine. So I'm gonna try a new pain medicine. Apparently it is a new one that has hit the market and it is non-addictive and supposed to work better than tramadol, but I don't know a lot about it. So I'll put the name up on the screen. So you guys, if you know anything about it, you can leave me a comment down below, but like I'm not a big pain medicine user and I am gonna use it because I have been having increased amounts of pain and I really don't wanna take more steroids. And when I flared, my SIBO flared up. So if you are a scleroderma warrior or pretty much any warrior that has GI problems, you're gonna know that when you get a gastrointestinal bug, of course your GI system is going to act up. So it took a while to get my insurance company to authorize Xifaxan, which is the antibiotic that we take for SIBO. And if you're not sure about all this, I'll link you a video down below about explaining this in depth if you're curious. It took a while for insurance company to approve that. However, they did, and I just finished it last week. And I would say that my GI system is much improved. However, I need to be accountable because I need to be a little better about my low FODMAP diet. I know I am not very strict on that, and that really does help my quality of life when it comes to SIBO. All right, and if you're curious about scurvy, let me give you an update on scurvy. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have caught it in my stories, but I've had blood work since my scurvy diagnosis, and we've been keeping track of how my vitamin C level is doing. So where I currently am is I am at the very bottom of the low range of normal. It's about as low as you can get, but it is in the normal value. So I'll put it here so you can see it if it means anything to you. I don't know, maybe you guys are interested in it. Problem with being on the very low end of normal is that I still have some issues and we aren't sure if it's tied to vitamin C or not. Because vitamin C deficiency is so rare in the United States, nobody quite knows how to give a vitamin C infusion properly. And although I'm at a teaching hospital in Los Angeles, my rheumatologist has consulted with his colleagues, and it seems that nobody can really figure it out, I guess. And I am taking a oral supplement, which is also very strange that I'm taking the oral supplement and have been daily since I was diagnosed, and I can't seem to get past the low end of normal range. So I actually did some research on my own. I found a place that does vitamin C infusions. It's outside of my medical care, but I spoke with my rheumatologist and we think it's the best plan of action to maybe go try it. And there's actually no hurt in a vitamin C infusion because if you know anything about vitamin C, if you get extra vitamin C, you just pee it out. So no harm, no foul. And if it helps, great. If it doesn't, oh well, we tried. I've been having a lot of problems with my muscles lately. A lot of muscle pain, cramps, that kind of thing. And I think I may know what the culprit is for that. My insurance company had a hiccup at the beginning of the year and I lost my SCIG. If you're not familiar with what SCIG is, it's the subcutaneous form of immunoglobulin. You might be more familiar with IVIG. And also I have a video on this, so I'll link this down below if you're curious about SCIG and what that is. So there was a hiccup in January with insurance coverage. I had to go through authorization again. My immunologist has been working on trying to get me SCIG back and get it covered. It was somehow out of network when I was receiving it before, and I didn't know for 6 months it was out of network. That was a fiasco. But anyway, I have not had SCIG since January. Well, we're in March, so it's been, what, like 3 months? And I am now having a lot of problems with my lower extremities, with my muscles, and I'm starting to think that it's because the SCIG is not in my system. I did see improvement when I was on the SCIG with my muscles, and so I'm thinking that's that. We are in the midst of trying to get that reapproved, and my immunologist is working on it, and I recently had a call from the insurance kind of doing a pre-auth. So arthritic fingers crossed that we are on the right track to get that approved once again. So that's pretty much my health update. That's where I've been. I'm sorry that I've been kind of non-existent, but I think you all know that when you get sick, it is hard to recover as a autoimmune disease warrior. And I'm trying to recover. If you want to follow along more in real time, I am on Instagram, so Elaine's Autoimmune Adventure on Instagram, and I try to post there more regularly. And I actually just started a Facebook page. So if you're on Facebook and maybe don't have Instagram, you can find me on Facebook at Elaine's Autoimmune Adventure. I'll leave links to both of those down below so that you can catch me either on Instagram or Facebook. If you want to cheer me along on this adventure, as we call it, or journey, please give this video a thumbs up. It actually does help. And if my personal health updates are not your thing and you like something else that I do more, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what kind of videos that you're here for. Is it my medical reviews of things or medications. Why did you find yourself on my channel, and what videos are more interesting to you? Leave me a comment down below, let me know. So that gives me an idea of what we all want to see here. And if you haven't yet subscribed and you want to come along my adventure, I would love to have you. The more friends, the more better. So hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free. It's not one of those paid membership things. It's absolutely free. So hit the subscribe button. And then when I upload, you will know that I've uploaded because I know I don't have a set schedule. I'm trying to be better about that. But like you all know, I do work full time and I do run out of spoons, and I want to be here for you all, but I also need to keep up with my daily life, and it's hard sometimes. So, but subscribe, and then you'll know when I upload. I hope you all are doing well. I hope that you have a good week with extra spoons, and until my next adventure, go have yours.